This is my first private label product and it's been on Amazon for about 3 months now. And I want to show you how I'm doing.
A quick side note, I don't consider what Ariana did as private labeling. What she created was way cooler than any private label product out there.
The last 2 months have been a bit of a struggle, especially after the holidays.
To catch you up to speed, I sell on Amazon. I have one product that does about $50,000 worth of sales. Ariana came to me and she said that she wanted to learn how to make passive income online. I think a lot of us do. And so I taught her the method that I use to launch my product, which I call the passion product formula. Basically what she did is she had an idea for this company called Vino Cards, which is a wine course in flashcard form. So we made a mock-up, we tested it with friends. It was a really cool idea. From there, she started advertising on Instagram, getting some people interested in the product, created what I call a product launch group, which is the #1 tip I have for anybody that's gonna be selling on Amazon. Start a product launch group. I did a video about that you can check out more information up here. The product launch group, it allows you to get a bunch of people into a Facebook group who help you develop a product. And then when you go to sell it on Amazon, ultimately, you'll get a lot of reviews and a lot of sales quickly. But one thing that Ariana did that was really cool, and I did with Performance Nut Butter, my product as well, was sell it on Kickstarter first. So Ariana raised the money on Kickstarter for her first production run. From there, we bought about 2,000 units worth of Vino Cards, which was a mistake. We talked about that in the first month video. The other mistake we made is we did air shipping. We shipped the product from China. For the first 500 or so, we did air shipping, and a lot of them got damaged. So if you're gonna do air shipping, first off, air shipping is way more expensive. I don't recommend doing it, but if you are gonna do air shipping, make sure that they double box them. So that brings us up to speed, more or less, and in the first month, Ariana sold about 150 units and did about $3,000 revenue, $1,000 profit. So tell us about the numbers for the last 2 months. How's it been going?
The last 2 months, it's been around $1,500. It's not too bad considering that I haven't been putting that much work into it. So it's been selling on its own, but kind of reflecting on it, it could do so much better.
And to be honest, that's been a bit of a struggle for me watching Ariana with Vino Cards, because I'm extremely proud of her. She made this product a reality, which most people never do. I do my online business full time. So to see Ariana only spending a few hours a week, which is still a ton for her considering she has a full-time job, it's been a struggle for me because I'm constantly thinking, hey, like put more energy, more time into this and it's gonna blow up. But she does a much better job at balancing life than I do. She does a much better job at enjoying life. So let's talk about it. Why do you think that sales have been down a little bit in the last few months?
Yeah, I've been thinking about this, and I think it's one, I just haven't been putting that much effort into it. And so naturally, if I spend a lot more time trying to reach out to people, get influencers, and really kind of hype it up and create events around the product, I'm assuming that it would bring sales up and more awareness of the product overall. But I just haven't been doing that, and it's a lot of reasons. I think I'm just unmotivated after the holidays and kind of caught up in the whole like New Year, taking care of a ton of stuff.
And to be fair, Vino Cards did really well during the Christmas rush because a lot of people bought it as presents, as Christmas gifts. White Elephant, Secret Santa.
Elephants. It was a lot easier to sell, I felt like. Like it almost sold itself because people are searching for gifts, unique gifts, and this product really just hits all of those.
But still, I mean, to be selling 60 units a month, I think January, February was about 60 units each month. People are still looking for this product. So it's somewhat of a seasonal product, but at the same time, it's not fully. I think the #1 thing when you're selling a new product is about getting reviews. And when we first launched, Ariana got 8 reviews like right out of the gate. One mistake I think we made is not sending enough messages right out of the gate, because as soon as you launch it, you want to send messages to everybody you know, and technically you're not supposed to ask friends and family for review, but people in the product launch group, you can ask for reviews. And that was one of my, I don't want to say criticisms because that's too strong of a word, but one thing that I thought could have been improved is sending out more messages. But I do want to give Ariana credit, because what we started doing was a weekly meeting. So once a week, I asked her, all right, how many reviews do you have? And how many people did you reach out to for reviews? And within a few weeks, it went from 8 reviews to 20 reviews. And I think the way you got actually, how did you get those reviews?
It was mainly people I knew, like just sent follow-up, like, hey, can you please leave a review? Here's a link, like really kind of make it as easy for them as
not
possible.
Friends, people from the product launch group, just in case Amazon's watching. People that supported it on Kickstarter, just letting them know, hey, reviews mean a lot, like we really appreciate it, but we didn't do any kind of incentivization, we didn't do any kind of coupons.
Not at all.
The one thing we did do for the first month is had it at a discount, and we let people know that it was gonna be at a slight discount.
Yeah, and that's appealing off the bat, so it helps.
So in the coming months, what are you gonna do to grow the sales?
To grow it, I did see a big difference just directly communicating with people, like actually having a conversation, seeing what they want from the product and kind of have them be engaged. That was a huge thing from our launch group on Facebook, that interaction meant a lot to people. And if I continue that on Instagram, for example, is like a major platform to really kind of have influencers be on board and get feedback from people, I want to continue that. And I think that'll just help with spreading the word. Like people will tell other people about the product, and that's huge. Like word of mouth is huge.
What has held you back? Like what keeps you struggling from putting more time into Vino Cards? I'm also curious for myself. I mean, what's the struggle? Let's talk about that struggle.
I mean, honestly, like after work, like I just don't feel like doing that. Like I'm tired, or I'd rather do something else. Like of course there are little tasks of like whatever else that I have to take care of, and so she cooks me dinner. And that's one thing I start to give her a hard time a lot of times, because I'm like, I really want Vino Cards to be successful for a number of different reasons. For me, when I had a corporate job, I was depressed. I hated it. I quit, and I put all my energy and effort into trying to create my own, trying to create freedom. And so now I feel like I've created this like perfect formula that worked so well for me with Performance Nut Butter, and I want to give it to you so you can quit your job. But I think I need to, one thing I really struggle with is remembering that you don't hate your job. Yeah.
You actually enjoy life. And on top of that, not only do you go to your job, but then you come home and you cook me dinner, and you spend time cleaning up the place and doing all that.
Yeah, and then I try to meet up with people. Like I try to balance personal with business. And I think the main difference too is that I went into it already with a job that I wanted to keep in order to keep me afloat and to pay for this side business.
Yeah.
So my focus is not all on Vino Cards, and it's not all on my full-time job. Like it's trying to balance it. And so right now I just have to learn to prioritize. Like my full-time job is gonna still be part of my day-to-day, because I wanna make sure that I have enough to support financially Vino Cards. But at the same time, like I do want Vino Cards to be successful and to...
It's already successful.
Yeah.
You know how long it took me to be making... So I think Vino Cards right now is doing about maybe $1,500 a month in sales.
Yeah.
And it's probably about $500 profit. Do you know how long it took me to make $500 profit online? A lot longer than it took you. Like, I have no doubt that if Ariana put all her energy into this company, if she quit and did this full time, that it would be able to support it. But that's a big leap.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still, like, for me, the struggle is knowing what a great product it is. Like, I love Vino Cards. I love the uniqueness of it. It's so fun to, like, learn and read Vino Cards. Like, I use it myself. Like, it's such a great product, but it's knowing that it has all this potential, but I can't, or I haven't put enough time into it. So it's wanting to grow it and have it become even more successful than what it is now, but finding the time to do that. And so for me, it's really just the prioritizing that and finding the balance.
So here's the big thing I want to point out is, like I mentioned earlier, Ariana, I really want to teach more people the passion product formula, to create something. And for those that don't know, a passion product is basically, instead of just private labeling something, you create something unique, something different that doesn't already exist, something that you really believe in and are passionate, like a product that needs to be in the world. And I've tried to teach a lot of people, and I don't give you enough credit for this. You're the only one that's actually followed all the way through and created a product yet. Most people quit within the first few weeks. And it's not that hard. Like, I have it step by step. So my big call to action for everybody watching is I'm going to be launching a course, and I'm going to be basically the way the course works is if you follow through and actually do it, I'll give you your money back. Like, I'm not trying to make money off this. I want more success stories. Like I consider you, babe. Like, I consider what you've done. Like, we have it on our shelves right now.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I want more amazing products out there in the world, and I want more people that have the ability to make side hustle money like you, or quit their job and do this full time. So I have a wait list. I'm gonna be launching the course in a few weeks. And like I said, if you do it and you follow through, I'll give you your money back. Like, I'm not doing this to try to get rich. I'm doing this to try to make a better world.
And then when you find the product that you are so passionate about, it makes that like time in between worth it. Like, I know that it's gonna take a while to get to a certain point, but I loved it so much that I was working towards that. And then now we're at a different stage where it's like finding that motivation again. What can you do next? And so there's waves.
Yeah. And if you want to watch a video on how to create your own passion product, I'll do it down below. I hope to see you guys in the course. And remember to enjoy the journey.